Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, Witcher fans are mad as hell at Netflix. We're going to cover the petition that is continuing to gain ground. This petition is just going gangbusters. Witcher fans are mad, big mad, angry mad, like out of control mad about Henry Cavill bowing out of The Witcher. And they have called out Netflix in a new petition that has more than 100,000 signatures. Actually, let's go check in on this because this thing just continues to roll. So let's see the latest number. And the latest number is 169,000. I mean, this thing, it just burned through 100,000 and now it continues to gain ground at 200,000. People are not happy with Netflix. Fans are not happy at all that Henry Cavill has left The Witcher, and they blame Netflix, and they rightly should. It has been trying few days for the Netflix subscribers who are fans of The Witcher. Less than 2 weeks ago, Henry Cavill let viewers know the sad news that he was laying down his medallion and his swords for Season 4, meaning that the upcoming third season of the fantasy hit would be his last, portraying the monster-fighting Geralt of Rivia, and then he announced that Liam Hemsworth was already on board to take up the Wolf Medallion. Now, as you might imagine, many are not happy that he's left the show. And now they've called out Netflix in a new petition that has already racked up well over 100,000 signatures, over 169,000 now. Okay, so what does the Witcher petition say about Henry Cavill and Netflix? I'm sure many people at first assumed, like I did, that the newly reinstated Superman actor was backing away from his role on the series because of his increased responsibilities for Warner Brothers. And I think we all got that impression because he basically made those announcements at the same time. And I think he was trying basically to soften this blow and to not get into the details of exactly why he was bowing out of The Witcher. Again, he's a classy guy and he's just saying, look, hey, I'm back as Superman, but some sad news, I am leaving The Witcher. And he just didn't want to go into the details of why, but we're going to find out the details of why right now. It wasn't long before fans started to assemble the story that might have some basis in reality. I believe it absolutely does. This is what everything points to. The general thought is that Cavill wanted to stick more closely to the books on which the show is based. This is actually very well known, while the writers and showrunners had a very different idea. And there is even some friction at the end of Season 2, and as we're going to find out, that friction may have been even more than we previously thought it was. The popular Change.org petition, which was started on Halloween, is titled Netflix, You Must Keep Henry Cavill as The Witcher and Replace the Writers Instead. Now, if you think this sounds somewhat far-fetched, that those who were crafting the storylines for the drama literally hated the source material, know that this idea hasn't come out of left field. Just a few days before this big news was announced, a former producer was answering fan questions about his new show, when he directly called out the writers on The Witcher, saying, quote, they were not fans or actively disliked the books and games and even actively mocked the source material. On top of that, we got another potential update when a report came out suggesting that Cavill was so put off, and here it is, so put off by the direction of the series that he almost left after Season 2. With him wanting a new version of Geralt that stayed more closely with that in the books being at least one reason why. And he has always said this, and in fact, when he was interviewed about would he stay on for all 7 seasons, he initially said, yeah, I would absolutely love to stay on for all 7 seasons if they stay true to Sapkowski's vision of this story. So he's always been known to be a super fan and to be someone who thinks that media should be providing and giving the fans what they want. The fans fell in love with Geralt of Rivia, mostly because of Season 1 and because of the books and the games leading up to that. So yeah, there just wasn't enough Geralt in Season 2. Definitely not. There was way too much other BS that I didn't care about. I didn't care about seeing like Fringilla nonstop. Like there was a storyline there. That storyline should have taken place over 2 to 3 episodes, and that's about it. As of the writing, the petition, of course, has 139,000 signatures. Now it actually is sitting at 169,000. But of course, after sitting and watching the counter for a little over a minute, I can tell you that number is going to go up fast, as there is about 1 new signature per second. Part of the pledge that fans are making when they sign it is to stop watching the show when Cavill's work is done at the end of season 3, and to potentially cancel their Netflix subscriptions. Honestly, here's where I am at on season 3 of Netflix's The Witcher. I'm not sure I'm going to watch it. Wasn't really happy with season 2, and honestly, let's just think about this. The guy who is saying we need to stick more closely to the source material, and that's kind of my issue with season 2, has left after season 3. He almost left after season 2 over the differences. He did leave after season 3. This doesn't bode well for season 3 at all. Of course, again, we see the petition for The Witcher to bring Henry Cavill back crosses 100,000 signatures. This is from CBR.com. And of course, this article covers the creative differences on The Witcher. It should be noted that while there have been criticisms of the creative decisions made throughout the Netflix series, the belief that the writers' room were not themselves fans of the source material was galvanized after former writer Bo DeMaio claimed during a Q&A, "I've been on a show, namely The Witcher, where some of the writers were not or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material." Cavill himself has not publicly specified his reasons for leaving the show. However, recent reports suggest it was indeed because he did not agree with The Witcher's producers. In fact, the actor is said to have considered leaving the project while season 2 was in post-production. It's uncertain if the decision was made then, but it has been suggested that the producers looked at potential replacements and selected actor Liam Hemsworth while season 3 was in production. So where does it go from here? Well, look, we have one more season with Geralt of Rivia as we know him, being played by Henry Cavill. Will it be a good season? I honestly don't know. Will I watch it? I'm definitely unsure. I'm on the fence about it at this point in time, so I might wait and see how the early reviews go. And if it's not good, I might just not even watch season 3. And honestly, like, I think that would show Netflix too that, you know, we're so pissed off that maybe we're not even going to watch season 3. You done effed up, and you have pushed it too far with writers who disrespect the fans and disrespect the source material. That's really what this boils down to. You know, I don't know how many times we have to say this.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
But get woke, go broke. And that's exactly what's going on here. That's exactly what they were pushing a lot of in season 2. We had to have all these storylines about literally all the women in the show and almost none about Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not saying that Geralt of Rivia's story doesn't also involve the princess. It does, but honestly, like, again, way too much time spent on Yennefer, way too much time spent on Fringilla, and way too much time with their characters not acting, in my opinion, in a manner that is consistent with season 1. You could call it character development, but when you develop a character in one way in season 1, and then they regress for season 2, and you have to redevelop that character, that's not character development. That's resetting and redeveloping the character and changing the character, like fundamentally changing the character. And then the character eventually gets back to where they were at the end of season 2, going in a circle. Like, what are we fucking doing here? Okay. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think about the petition? Have you signed it? I actually haven't signed it yet, because honestly, I was just kind of like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know if I want to bother signing it. I'll probably just decide to not watch The Witcher. Who knows if I'll watch season 3. I doubt I'll watch season 4 unless there's a huge change and Netflix can convince me that they're actually going to respect the source material. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, if you want to continue to support the channel, then please click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Currently pushing for 1,000 subscribers. Every subscription counts. If you enjoy the content, then please do subscribe. Additionally, you can support the channel through the Patreon. Links in the description below for access to exclusive content. That's all I have for now, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.